Welcome to the Scarves and Spikes pre-match show as we get you ready for Atlanta United at the Philadelphia Union. About a 7:30, 7:40 kickoff from Subaru Park in Chester, Pennsylvania City with you. Tommy and Henry, Tommy or Henry or Tyler should be around soon. No, Henry might be around, Tommy might be around, and Tyler is out celebrating his anniversary with his wife. So thanks for joining me tonight as we get ready again for Atlanta United at the Philadelphia Union. Chat, as always, is open if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on X, click on the or tap on the video player in your browser or on your phone, and then you should see a chat option there. But admittedly, it's a little bit easier to do so on YouTube. But however you're joining us, welcome aboard. Ariel, hello to you. Thanks for joining me. Those of you on X, those of you on YouTube, thank you for joining me. Ariel offering a guest host with me. Maybe next time, Ariel. We'll see. If you're on your best behavior, we'll definitely think about it. But yeah, Atlanta United, Philadelphia in the end. Look, the storyline, of course, is Atlanta United on this rough run of form, 2-3-3 rather, in their first 8 matches, the worst start in Atlanta United history. And for a club, of course, that is looking to be a big club, compete for trophies, and just get back on the right side of things. Things aren't off to a good start. Of course, the last time out, Atlanta United losing to the New England Revolution 1-0 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium to settle for just 4 points of a possible 9 matches. And that's definitely a big talking point. You have to win your matches at home, right? We've talked about it numerous times on the podcast, and Atlanta United haven't done that this season. 4 out of 9 points isn't good enough for this team, isn't good enough for a team, again, looking to challenge for trophies, looking to compete. And hopefully, as Brett's saying in the chat, they show some fight. We already saw a little fight on the training ground between Bartek Slish and Tristan William-Baugh. Hopefully you see some proverbial fight from Atlanta United this evening. Omer saying, what do we do if Atlanta United don't draw today, or at least draw? What do we do other than cry? I don't know, Omer. That's a good question. There'd be some theoretical or metaphorical tears being shed, I feel like, among the fan base. But yeah, in all seriousness, I don't know if you have to win. It'll be obviously you go into every single match looking to win, right? That's the objective every single match. But if you draw, losing is out of the question. You can't lose at all. If you draw, put up a fight, show some gumption, show something that you haven't shown a whole lot over these past few matches, and at the very least, put together a 90-minute effort. That's one thing that we haven't seen this club do at any point this season over the first 8 matches, is put in a 90-minute effort. And hopefully we see that against the Philadelphia Union on Saturday. Tonight, I should say, a team that, Atlanta United, as we've talked about, have traditionally had struggles with in the past. They have been close matches. Some of them have been. But this is a team that Atlanta United haven't been able to quite get over the hump against in the Philadelphia Union, who, of course, the big storyline with them is they traded Daniel Gazdag to the Columbus Crew. Crew, by the way, playing Inter Miami and Cleveland, of course. And that last check, that was 1-1, or 1-0, I should say, Inter Miami. That's in stoppage time. So Inter Miami trying to see that out, by the way. And win that one and hand Columbus their first loss of the season. But yeah, this is a team, Philadelphia. They haven't been great over the past few matches. Started out the season, they're terrific. They couldn't be beat. They're scoring goals for fun over the first few matches of the season. But other than that, things have kind of fallen off for them just a little bit for Philadelphia over their past few matches. And just pulling up their form guide here, they have lost 2 and drawn once. They lost to Inter Miami 2-1. They drew against Orlando City, and they lost at NYCFC. So this is a team whose form hasn't been the best over these past 3 matches. Certainly better than Atlanta United. Certainly off to a better start than Atlanta United. But maybe this is an opportunity for Atlanta to add a little bit more misery to a team that isn't completely lost, but still trying to find its way in the new era without Daniel Gazdag. We are waiting for lineups, and as soon as we know what they are, we will share them with you. But before we do that, sweetwaterbrew.com is where you can go for more information on Sweetwater Brewing Company. We definitely appreciate Sweetwater Brewing Company's support of Scarves and Spikes. Sweetwater 420 Fest, of course, going on this weekend. And shout out to Nate Ward. He won our giveaway for the two VIP tickets to the Sweetwater 420 Fest. It started yesterday. It's concluding tomorrow. So again, thanks to Sweetwater Brewing Company for their support of Scarves and Spikes. SweetwaterBrew.com is where you can find information on Sweetwater Brewing Company and all the great brews that they offer. Um, Again, waiting on the lineups, and again, as soon as they come out, we will let you know what those are here on the pre-match show. Brett saying in the chat he wouldn't be angry if the starting lineup doesn't change this match. But if things look the same, it better change next game. Then answer to Dylan's question, if the lineup formation doesn't change, should he be angry? And then Dan saying, at least Atlanta's not wearing the horrible brown one planet jerseys. This weekend is, I forget what it's called, greener, what's it called? Goals for service, greener goals. I forget what it's called. Whatever it is, it's Earth Day weekend. Earth Day is tomorrow, I believe. So this is the 8th annual Greener Goals Week of Service, April 14th to the 22nd, and several teams have rolled out One Planet pre-match jerseys, and those are on MLSstore.com. I'm looking at them right now, and I'm sure people have opinions about them, both positive and negative. And it looks like Atlanta United, they have theirs as well. They are light green, not brown like other teams. They are light green. So if you're so inclined, go to MLSstore.com and purchase yourself one. Again, still waiting on lineups for Philadelphia versus Atlanta United. And as soon as we find out what they are, we'll pass them along to you. I am wondering if Mateus Klick, A, is fully fit in this match, and B, if he plays. We've seen, of course, Tristan Muyumba in that midfield pair with Bartek Slish when he is healthy, and Tristan, of course, has been on terrific form over these past few matches when he has been able to be on the field. So hopefully we see more of that from him. You know, if Klick is healthy, that's a little bit of a wrinkle, right? Do you go with the hot hand, so to speak? Do you keep Tristan out there as a starter besides Slish at that midfield, or do you put in Klick, who is a better theoretically attacking midfielder or attacking option, I should say, at that spot next to Slish? The problem is with Mateus, he's not been able to stay healthy. He's not been able to stay on the field. It seems like he gets on the field for a little bit, and then he is back off through a leg injury or whatever. So I want to see what comes of that, and I wonder if he cracks the starting 11. Derek Williams continues to be out due to a hamstring injury. Hopefully, he's not too far off from returning. They do have a Brahm who will start in his place, I would presume, or I would assume. But no, a Brahm, like you said, has gotten kind of a bad rap among Atlanta United fans. And to be fair, it's a lot of times been for good reason, right? But he has acquitted himself pretty well for Atlanta United in matches where he has had to start for Derek besides Stan Gregerson on the back line. So I wouldn't be mad with Luis O'Brien starting. Of course, you have Noah Cobb, who Henry wrote about on scarvesandspikes.com. Definitely check that out before the match here. You have time. But let's see what happens. Let's see what comes of this for Atlanta United. Lineups are out for Atlanta United. And speaking of Noah Cobb is starting in place of Derek Williams at center back beside Stan Gregerson. So speaking of, Jay Fortune starting in midfield, Tristan Muyumba starting. And I'm getting this off MLSsoccer.com, so I don't have the formation. It says 4-4-2-6. I have no idea if that's actually the case. I'll wait to see it on the lineup graphic. I'll put it up here as soon as Atlanta United tweets it out. Um, but yeah, at least we know that Noah Cobb is starting, Jay Fortune is starting, um, which would suggest some sort of formational shift for Atlanta United. Again, we'll wait till the lineup graphic comes out until we can get a good look at what that is. But if I'm to guess, and by the way, this shows this shows Latte Lot as and Miranchuk as dual strikers up top. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but again, don't know. You don't have a lot to go off of with MLSsoccer.com. They have a graphic that drops with lineups for both sides. So again, we'll wait to see what that looks like formationally for Atlanta United. Ty Baribo not starting for the Philadelphia Union. Ty Baribo, Golden Boot leader, not starting. Bruno Damiani and Mikhail Ua starting at striker. It looks like perhaps a dual striker setup for the Union. Again, just take a look right now. Andre Blake is starting between the sticks for the Philadelphia Union instead of Andrew Rigg. So that is a change for Philadelphia as Andre Blake, their primary starter and their longtime starter at goalkeeper, is back in the lineup for the Union. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Again, gonna wait till the lineup graphic comes out from Atlanta United to see how exactly this shapes out. But again, we do know there are some changes in the lineup, and we'll suggest some formational changes for Atlanta United as they really look to get things back to a good point for them and avoid the season slipping away even more. It's 8 matches in, by the way, so you don't want to panic too much, but you have to get right. You have to win matches. And again, I would love to see them win against the Philadelphia Union this evening in Chester. If you don't, of course, show some heart. Like I said, show some heart. If you get it out of here with a point in the match where you've shown a strong effort in both halves, not just one half like we've seen, we will. I'll be happy. I'm sure a lot of fans will be happy. Saba, of course, the big one, not starting again for Atlanta United. I didn't mention that, but he is not starting. So again, what does that formation look like for Atlanta United? We'll have to see not only on the graphic, but then how it plays out for the club throughout the match. And again, for Philadelphia, Baribo not starting for the Philadelphia Union. Justin saying he's going to be angry if Atlanta doesn't fight for a win, period, which, I'm sure that'll be the case for a lot of fans. Dan saying, by the way, that's before I announced the lineups. Dan saying Cleek did make the locker room photo. And then Dylan asking, is Saba on the bench? Yes, Saba is on the bench to start. So I imagine we see him in the 60th minute or thereabouts for Lady United, depending on game state. Interesting, because we saw, of course, Saba come out in the second half against the Revs. And when Diallo was asked about it, he says not a formational, or it's not an injury standpoint, or it's not because of injury, it's because of tactical reasons why Saba was taken out. So I don't know. Maybe it's be interesting to hear why Saba didn't start. I know the question, Dylan saying, was it injury or not? Sorry, because of formation. I would imagine it's because of formation. I don't think it's injury. I think he is fit, but like I said, I think we'll see him in the 60th minute or thereabout for Atlanta. Brett saying Saba not starting as well, to me, he shows so much heart. Yeah, he does. And we've talked about it numerous times with Saba. He does give a maximum effort. I don't think he's had some rough games last season with Atlanta United, but I don't think he can ever come away from a match saying that, hey, Saba just held back for whatever reason. I don't think there's a match where you can point to that. He cares. He is very passionate about this team, win, lose, or draw, and he shows it every single match. And yeah, as I said, this is definitely a formational thing for Atlanta United. I don't think it's anything injury related. So I don't know. Is this a 4-4-2 double six like MLS Soccer is saying? I know, I think it was Omer saying that's what it is, 4-4-2 holding midfield. Um, I don't think that a again, it's tough to really tell the Major League Soccer's lineups, how they show lineups here on their website. Um, I know they get the lineups and all of that from the team, and then the folks at MLSsoccer.com, their digital team, puts that in. Um, but again, I want to see. I'm very interested in seeing how this looks like formationally because if it works, we will see this. I'm sure in numerous matches in the future as we have the lineup graphic for you. And again, I don't want to get. As we say this all the time, so I'm trying to get this up here. We say all the time, don't really pay attention to the graphic as much, right? Um, it gives you an idea, a better idea of what the lineup will be, how those will look, but it's not like an end all be all. So don't be too concerned by that. Um, Field, I should say, until I make judgment of what this will actually look like. So I'm trying to get my camera here back on. There we go. Um, Justin saying it's looking like a 4-4-2 for sure. Um, so I'm just looking at it myself. By the way, can you guys hear me? I hope you can. Ariel saying you lost audio, but I think it's back. I think it's back. I'm looking at my mic right now. It looks like it's on. So I am assuming that I am still on. Um, Omer again. I don't think Jay is going to be a left wing per se. I think that's just how the graphic is showing him as. He'll tuck into the midfield uh, very quite a bit during this match. Quite a bit during this match. So who knows? He may be on the left wing. Who knows? I again, we'll have to see once the match starts. But just judging on what we've seen, you know, what I think my assumptions are, I don't think he'll play on the left wing. He could, but again, we'll see. Um, those are my thoughts. I think that's it. I mean, we have the lineups out. We are, of course, about 50 minutes till kickoff or so. We'll try to do 3 takeaways after the match. Spaces, I think Tommy will be able to do those after the match. I know it's Easter weekend. A lot of you are with your families. You're going to be with your families tomorrow. So we're definitely going to try to work around that. We are not doing a stream tomorrow night due to Easter. We're going to leave that until Monday. So we're going to do MLS Monday at 7 and then do an Atlanta United match reaction stream right after that. So just a quick housekeeping for you all. But again, 3 takeaways after the match. I'm going to try to be on the post match Zoom after the match if I can to get Dialog's comments along with the comments of maybe 1 or 2 players, win, lose, or draw. But again, that's how things shake out. Atlanta United versus the Philadelphia Union. 7:40 kickoff from Subaru Park at or in Glendale, Arizona. I don't know why I just said Glendale, Arizona. In Chester, Pennsylvania.